guys, so I am currently getting ready for, I have an interview today, and I am probably running a little bit late. I'm not behind the time yet, but if I keep going in slow motion, I probably will be late. So I'm being interviewed by another YouTuber, and before I get into that, let me just let you guys know I'm just trying to get myself ready. And guys, get ready with me. This is what I'm wearing right now. My Clinique color 2-in-1 Beyond Perfecting. So I'm just going to do my makeup real quick and talk to you guys. So I'm being interviewed today by another YouTuber, Ask Nathaniel. He has a YouTube channel in which he does a lot of interviews of people and such. And he reached out and wanted to interview me because he is a fan of the singing group that I used to sing with. Well, I still sing with them. This is what I'm going in next with. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to put that under my eyes, my forehead, and a little on my chin. Anyways, so he's interviewing me today because he is a fan of the singing group that I am from, TCF crew. I'm the lead singer for that group. We're a 90's R&B group. We were signed to Warner Brothers Records, so on and so forth. And he's such a fan, and he was like, I would love to have you on my show. So after he reached out, I agreed, and actually we're going to do also a group interview. So as soon as I can get that put together where everybody can come together and we can do an interview as a group, there'll be so much more things to talk about. It'll be so great. There are things that I don't even know that went down before I joined the group that I'll be able to find out. I'm interested in that happening, and I'm pretty excited. This should be fun. We're gonna meet down in DUMBO down in the Brooklyn Bridge somehow, and you know, this should be great. Honestly, I haven't done any interviews on my own as the lead singer for the group. All the interviews that I've ever done, if any at all, were done with the group. And right now I'm just really excited that he wants to speak with me and find out what my story is in terms of breaking into the music business, so on and so forth. And I'm pretty boring, y'all. I ain't got no story, really. Interview is gonna be like 2 minutes long. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's got a story. And it's really interesting to hear a lot of the stories, people coming up and stuff like that. Like, just the other day, I was watching a YouTube video where they were talking about the Soul Train dancers. And not Soul Train dancers, they were talking about BBD, Belle DeVoe, who was a spinoff from New Edition. And that episode of that YouTube video was talking about the dancers, the backstage dancers, the background dancers, and you know, how they did their thing and stuff like that. And one of them, her name is D Dot. Shout out to D Dot. Her and I were going back and forth the other day, conversing about another guy in the group and how they knew each other and so on and so forth. So it's really cool how we're all interconnected because we come from, you know, the 90's music and how we danced, and it was all about the dancing, and it was really pretty cool back then. So, but yeah, they were telling their story about how they came about in becoming the background dancers for BBD, you know, and the clubs that they used to go to and how they got started in dancing, and this person knew that person, and you know, it's all about who you know a lot of the times. It's not even as legit a lot of the times as they make it, you know, anyone would make it seem. Hi, baby. She just entered. She wants to know what Mama's doing. It's not always what you think, where you see a lot of these shows on TV where it's audition here, audition there, and it's like all legitly put together. A lot of times it's just about who you know, who you grew up with, you know, and come with me to this audition, or I know this guy who knows that guy who can get us in. that kind of stuff. Like, I'll tell you real quick, I knew somebody who had affiliates with rapper 50 Cent, and he was looking for a singer because he was starting his record label, so to speak, and he was looking for a female singer. And so I submitted my photo along with any resume that I had. You know, I mean, I didn't present myself as the lead singer from TCF crew, but that could have helped, but I didn't do it. Anyway, needless to say, that deal did fall through because I wasn't what he was looking for, because there's always a type. But at the end of the day, I don't know if you guys remember this singer, Olivia. I'm about to be I can't take this ish no more. She ended up signing with his record label, and of course she had a really good hit record with that one, and you know, people know her and people are familiar with her record and stuff like that. So I guess in essence she was a perfect fit for him, and so he ended up going in that direction. But needless to say, that deal ended up falling through, and you didn't hear any more from her where that situation was concerned. But again, that's just to say, you know, it's all about who you know. And, you know, I found an opportunity because I knew somebody, and I went ahead with that. Same thing with being the leader for TCF crew, so the lead singer. So you guys stay tuned, see the interview. You'll be able to hear my interview and how I got to where I got, if I got anywhere at all with the group. And you know, I think it should be interesting. I think it'll be interesting. I don't know what questions Nathaniel is going to ask me, and of course he's already told me, as most interviewers would, you know, if there's something that you don't want to be asked questions and stuff like that, then, you know, we just put it out there in the forefront so we're sure not to come across them. So, but that's about it. I'm excited and still running a little late. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys have ever tried this. These are the magnetic lashes. They've actually got magnets on them. And once I put on that eyeliner, which I just put on, they should just clip to it. They should be dried by now, so let me just try and see if I can get them on. Get them on in a dash. Dash for the finish line. Alright. It's because we can't go on camera without our lashes. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. No glue, just magnetic eyeliner and magnets attached to the eyelash. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. I've been wearing these for months. I know that sounds bad, but because they last that long, like when you use your lashes with the glue, you know, the glue tends to mess them up once you take them off, and you know, it's a whole thing, and then after a while they just become limp and you can't really wear them anymore. But these I can wear over and over again. I think I'm actually going to buy another pair because after some while these probably will look like crap. But alright, let's try to do something with this hair. Alright, so I put some oil in a bottle. It's just natural coconut oil that I'm just going to put on my tresses and just fluff it out a bit, because this is what it is today. Got my little tortoise clip that I like to use just to pull my hair back on this side. My natural curls are doing quite well. I will actually do a video so you guys can see how I actually do this hairstyle of mine. Believe it or not, though, these are my natural curls. And I can't wait for it to grow out just so that I can, you know, what I'm using now. Anyway, it's the avocado and almond foam styling. And I'm just going to put that on my baby hairs just to enhance them a little bit. just because I don't want to look crazy. Like I just woke up out of bed and got, you know, curly curls just hanging out, not tamed in front of my face. That's the other thing I hate about when I put on foundation. It's like, you gotta be really careful when you do your baby hair, because then you start to tamper with whatever foundation you put on your face. And we can't have streaks, guys. We just can't have streaks. Streaks are not cool. No kind of streaks are cool. Alright, I've always been a fan of doing my baby hair, even when I was like in high school. So this is not new to me at all. Alright guys, I think I am done. Put this clip in on the side. My hands are so greasy. Yes. Doesn't really matter if you can see it or not. I just want that side look, and I usually like to try to pull this back because I don't want it too poofy on this side. I never thought I would like my hair like this, but I'm getting attached to it. I kind of like it. But this is what it is. This is what it is. Alright, this is it. I'm ready to go. I look like I have duck lips because this color is so light. Alright, I gotta go. I'm late. I'll see you guys on the interview. Bye! What's up, guys? We are in DUMBO. We are over here in downtown Brooklyn, and I'm getting ready to do my interview with Nathaniel from Ask Nathaniel. You guys gotta check him out on YouTube. This is our setup. We're actually over here by the basketball court. He's got me all mic'd up and wired and everything and ready to go. So we're just trying to find the perfect spot. You know, we've got the sun and everything just coming on in with a little bit of a glare, but I think we're going to be able to work this out. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. So stick around and check out the interview.
My pleasure to introduce Natasha Charmaine. Give her a round of applause. Yeah,
You're like, what?
I'm honored.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I'm honored that you're honored. Thank you.
It's beautiful. And you know why? Because when you know that, when you listen to a certain song, things bring you back to the time.
This is true.
And, you know, I commend you on this because I've seen you do, I mean, listen, you have like songs that you don't even think, I don't even think you remember the songs you did. Because there's songs that I've learned that people didn't even know.
Right.
And you know what? I heard the album.
Right.
But then I'm a little kind of pissed because Apple Music sometimes gets on some BS.
Right.
A lot of people that's fans of you guys, they want to find certain songs that we got.
They can't. Yeah, yeah.
What's up with that?
That I don't know. I couldn't even explain that. I can't. I don't know. I have no idea. You'll find the most popular songs, I guess, on there,
right.
But I can't speak for the rest of them. I don't know.
So they just
honestly
pick up whatever they pick up.
I guess. I have no idea how any of that works.
We have to hear this story because, I mean, you know, all this time I thought it was Brooklyn. I could have sworn, but then again, you're right. Ralph McDaniels did say Queens. I kept saying,
Yeah.
Ralph McDaniels used to,
we're from Queens.
He used to always let me know where a person was from.
Right.
But they rep it, and it was Queens.
Right. We're all from
but
Queens.
Being that he was from Brooklyn, I guess he was only putting on, not to say Ralph didn't do that, but you know, he showed love to his borough.
Yeah.
But it's Queens, New York. What part of Queens?
Well, I'm from Jamaica, Queens.
Oh, right.
Yeah. We're all, I think the rest of them are like, it wasn't Jamaica. It was close, but I can't remember what the area is called, but it's all Queens.
Now, this the other members?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that area.
How did y'all even meet? Like, did y'all go to school over there? How did y'all, like, or was the group put together?
Well, you know what? I think what people really don't know, or some people may know, is that I am not the actual original lead singer for the group.
Right. I know that.
Right.
Yeah.
So when they met, right. Sean and Kenny are best friends.
Yeah, they still trooping too.
Always dancing together and everything else. Yeah. And they actually live next door to one another. Next door.
Okay, so they've been tight like how many? Well, that's what I call
They're
my
tight.
Nephew. That's my nephew because he is. That's my best friend.
They're tight.
Right, same way.
And Nicola is Sean's sister.
Okay.
So they all live next door to each other.
Oh, they did say that. Yes.
They're related. So they all live next door to each other.
Still in New York? Or they went
Still in New York.
Okay.
Still in New York. Myself, I joined the group later on after they had their own, interpersonal issues.
Which happens?
It always happens in groups. Groups always have issues. Well, in any group, period. If you have a group, everybody's got conflicting interests,
Right.
and something always happens.
And you know what? But why? It's so sad because for something so legendary, the things that y'all doing, isn't that kind of annoying though? You know what I mean? Like
It is. It really is. So basically, I can tell you what happened when I first met the group, and how everything was broken down to me at that point, where they stood, where they were.
the group started at like what year? Was that like 93, 92?
Early 90s. Yeah.
I think like 93 to, I'm going to say 93, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
So I didn't come on until like a few years later. But how I met them was I was still in high school. I was still in high school.
A little younger, ladies.
I'm a little bit younger than the other members of the group.
I know you older people are like, God damn it.
No, but I'll be real honest with you. Sean, Kenny, Cola, they get on stage and they move better than any 20-year-old. I'm telling you, even now at their age, they're no joke when it comes to the steps on stage. Yeah. So, and it's even like now when we go on stage, like the last show we did was the Ralph McDaniels video music box show that we did.
That was in Brooklyn?
We did the one in Queens.
Okay.
And people were like, man, you guys still got it, this, that, this. It's really good to hear.
Right.
But
And they do.
thank you. There's still no joke. But on that note, so what happened was I myself was a fan of TCF crew. Okay? Of course. I started off as a fan.
That's incredible. How can you be a fan of something you're part of?
Thank you. So you got to know it was a big deal for me.
Yep.
So, like any kid growing up, I wanted to be a singer.
Right.
Listen to the radio constantly. We kept the radio on in our home day and night. So I would hear their song come on the radio. And I actually liked the song so much that every time I heard it, I ran into the living room, turned the music up, danced for a little bit to it. Once it went off, turned it off, and went back to what I was doing. So it was actually one of my favorite songs on the radio.
Which was I Ain't the One.
I Ain't the One.
That was a hot.
I Ain't the One. Just the track alone drove me to that song. I couldn't care less what they were singing about in the song. I love the track.
Definitely hot record.
So I had a friend in high school, and I mean, in high school, I was known as the person who sung.
Right.
For those of you who went to August Martin High School, shout out.
Like you can sing for real.
I did everything. I did all the talent shows.
Right.
I sung for the what do you call it? The principal's inauguration. Like she invited me. People knew that's what I did in high school.
What kind of style was that?
R&B.
Okay.
R&B. That was all me. R&B.
Okay.
So a friend of mine came to me and she said, Tosh, I know this guy, this group that's looking for a lead singer. Would you be interested? I could tell them about you. I was in high school. And she didn't mention who they were. She didn't tell me where they were from. She didn't tell me they had music on the radio. She didn't tell me they had a recording album. She didn't tell me that they were signed to Warner Brothers on the radio. She didn't tell me any of that.
Right.
So I was like, well, who is it? She was like, well, just some guy that I know.
Right.
So I said, okay, fine. I'll audition. I'll check them out, see who they are, what they are, so on and so forth. Any opportunity was an opportunity. I did not say no.
Damn right. Okay, if they didn't have a record out, I would have still auditioned, right?
Exactly. So I was like, okay, cool. So even after hearing the music on the radio, I still wasn't familiar with who the members of the group was. I may have seen the video a few times, but I really wasn't like honed in on them because they were still kind of new.
Right.
So she gave him my number. He called me, and we set up a time to meet.
Who called you, Sean? Or?
Sean.
Okay.
Sean called me, and we set up a time to meet. And I remember he called. He met me downstairs in my building. Yeah. He was like, I gotta hear her sing.
Let me see the picture of her. Was like, oh hell, no, we're going away right there.
So
salute to Sean. Salute to you, big man.
Yeah. So I got in his car and we just started talking. He asked me how long I was singing and what my favorite groups were, what kind of music did I like to sing, because he was feeling me out, wanted to see if I was gonna fit into what they liked, and
And this is during the current member situation of the lead singer.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Now
That's like coming into a job where somebody about to get fired or
leaving, just leaving.
Oh, just leaving.
Yeah. So I didn't have any knowledge of that. I was just told that, there was a position open for a singer, and, so I was like, okay, cool. So he said, well, sing something for me. So I said, okay, and I honestly don't remember what I sung, but he liked it. He said, okay.
Like, did you flow or you hit a note? Did you do a Mariah Carey or just hit like a little Mary J. Blige?
No, it was more like a little riff. Yeah, in there. And he was like, yeah. So he was
churchy with it. You didn't go,
no.
You go crazy. I hear
you. So, he gave me the nonchalant, okay. And I was like, well, was that good? Was that bad? You couldn't tell. So he said, well, I'll let the other members of the group know, that I met with you and what I think and so on and so forth.
That one is his sister.
Right. So I was like, okay. So he said, you'll be hearing from me or whatever. I think that's what he said.
Right.
And that was it. Honestly, that was it. That was the audition. And I had no idea that I was like auditioning for this group.
Now, you came in around this time. You said you was in high school at the time. So let's just give or take. This had to be roughly around what year?
My senior year.
So your senior year, so that had to be
I think it was my senior year.
Late 90s, something like that?
Mid-90s.
Mid-90s, right?
Yeah.
When you come into a group, because I know Shalimar, there's a few groups that did this.
Right, Shalimar, I remember
Shalimar,
them.
nobody's original in there. But what's crazy about it, you had like the Shalimar with Howard Hewitt, you had the Shalimar with the others, I forgot the other lead singer.
Right.
So, to come in as a lead singer.
Right.
Oh, they fight. Hey, stop the violence! Stop the violence!
Play basketball.
Man. Come on. God damn it. Roger, go over there and coach these kids, man. Tell them, listen, stop the shit, man. What do they understand? Okay, I'll play your part, nigga. What y'all want to do? Is that enough, God damn it? I'm sorry. It seems like people only understand that. So
violence, right?
Yeah, the violence talk is the only thing.
People understand. It's fine.
But so when you came in and this position was filled, at what point was it touring? Was it the performance since that date? Or was there records that you were able to be part of from, there was one album or two?
One,
right? Yeah, so what was you able to do in regards to following up that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how hard was that to do that?
You know what?
Well, I still see you hit the notes. I seen that you was doing a rehearsal like 12 years ago on YouTube.
Right.